I got people praying on my downfall. I got goonies with me, they a hound dogs. Pull up, then hop out and spray them rounds off. Shots for everybody, nigga, mazel tov. I'm not with the game, this ain't Nintendo. I'm tryna stack that dough long as a limo. Pull up in that Bentley Continental.
What's going on, subs? What's going on, people that might be checking out my channel for the first time? This is Official QBN, and it has been a while since I posted something on YouTube. But some big news just came out from 2K, from Take-Two, regarding 2K17. They dropped the Prelude trailer, and there's a lot of concrete information in this trailer. If you haven't already seen it, I advise that you go and watch it. It is a minute 30 seconds long, as you can see, minute 37 seconds long on the screen cap. But I want to be as detailed as possible with this breakdown video because I know a lot of other YouTubers, a lot of other people are going to break down things and they're going to hype and hype and hype. I want to talk about the specifics of the video, what I noticed, and I'm going to break down each individual screen cap as far as the attribute system that they're incorporating into 2K17 is concerned. The first thing I want to say is, because there's not a lot of concrete information here other than just, you know, the pictures of the different types of guards or position, whatever. There's not really much to see here yet. So basically, I'm just going to fill this for now. But a lot of people were complaining about the 2K16 attribute system. For example, let's say you want to make a Bruce Bowen type of player. If you're not familiar with Bruce Bowen, he played for the San Antonio Spurs. He was a very good three-point shooter from the corners. He was a lockdown defender. He also played for the Miami Heat. I know that because I'm a Heat fan, obviously. He was also, and a lot of people may not remember this, he was also a horrible free throw shooter. There are centers in the league that shoot better free throw percentage than Bruce Bowen shot for his career. So I want to keep that in your thought process as far as creating a My Player in 2K. When you create a My Player, you want to have full control over it, right? You want to be able to, how you used to be able to do in the previous 2Ks, you want to be able to, let's say, make somebody that's going to space the floor, a la Bruce Bowen, somebody that's going to play defense as well, a la Bruce Bowen, but maybe not have, you know, something as unimportant as free throw shooting is concerned, because you're going to be out on the three-point line anyway. You're not going to get to the free throw line. If you get to the free throw line, it's going to be hardly ever, because you're not a slashing player and you're trying to space the floor for your team. So there's no reason to have a free throw. So I'm hoping that with this new attribute system that they've incorporated, that you can make a Bruce Bowen type of player. And you're going to see that when I get to the archetype screenshots here, the different types of styles that you can incorporate with the My Player. So I'm hoping, again, that you can target specific things like that you could not do in 2K16, because everything was wrapped in together. It was very stupid that they had post stats combined with driving layup. It was very stupid that they had free throw combined with the jump shooter. It was very stupid that there was a lot of things that were combined that should not have been. So we're getting to the end of the initial screenshots here, the initial screen caps as far as choosing your position. There's not really a lot of solid substance to this. You can basically see the pictures of the different types of players. It's basically what NBA Live had in the NBA Live demo, as well as NBA Live, where you're going to choose the type of style of player that you want. Now, we're going to get to the first screenshot here. I didn't have time to set up transitions, obviously, for the slides. But we're going to get to the first screenshot here. This is your first archetype that you're going to see. This is Slasher. You see that in the screenshot that I took off the video, 2K was showcasing for the position small forward for the archetype Slasher. So you see right here, 2 of 16 shooting off dribble, 5 of 25 layups and dunks. So there's going to be caps on the specific types of that area. Now you see they broke everything down. Mid-range shooting is now separate from three-point shooting. Layups and dunks are now separate from post scoring. Shooting off the dribble is separate from the other shooting stats. Agility, strength, rebounding, playmaking, defending. All these things are now separate from each other. So this was a huge, huge change from 2K16. And I know myself personally, I'm going to like this. I don't know about everybody else out there. I know a lot of other people were complaining. You know, a lot of other people were mad that everybody had the same type of My Player. And this is a welcome change. This is what 2K needs to do. Listen to the community, make the right changes, understand what it is that people want, because the majority of people that I've heard speak on the attribute system, they pretty much complained across the board that it was too basic, it was too generalized, and it was too oversimplified. There was just no diversity to it whatsoever in the player base, and everybody had the same type of player for that position. You had an outside 7-3 or an inside 7-3. Everybody knew what the other guy had. It was very simple. There wasn't much of a specific to it. So, relentless finisher, posterizer, lob city finisher, teardropper, one-man fast break. These are all things that you would associate with a slasher or a very athletic player. So these are good badges to have. As far as the upgradable badges are concerned. Now, does that mean that you do not have to earn badges? That's the first question we need to ask, right? I mean, a lot of other YouTubers might go straight into the hype shit, but I'm looking at specifics here. Upgradable badges. Are we to assume that you're not going to earn badges this year? Is that what we're to assume? No badge earning. If that's the case, okay, no problem. But you know, at the end of the day, I feel like I want to be able to work for my badges. Okay, that's my view on the matter. We're going to the next one here, Shot Creator. You're gonna see some new badges here. We have Tireless Score, Mid-Range Deadeye, and Difficult Shots. So I'm not really sure. Obviously, Mid-Range Deadeye speaks for itself, I would say. Not really much to, decipher there as far as mid-range Deadeye is concerned. Tireless Score, I'm going to assume that might be a replacement for Volume Shooter perhaps, or something similar to that effect. Maybe with the new fatigue system that 2K is incorporating into the game, this could have something to do with fatigue-related shot attempts. So, for example, if you're somebody that takes a high volume of shots, maybe you're going to get tired from it. Maybe you're a James Harden type player. You like to take 20, 30 shot attempts a game. Maybe you're a Russell Westbrook, same type of thing. So maybe that's what Tireless Score is going to be. Somebody that takes, 20 FGAs a game, somewhere along that line. Difficult Shots is, that's a little different from Deadeye in my opinion. Because if that was a Deadeye badge, it would say 3-point Deadeye. Right? Because you got mid-range Deadeye already on the far right. So I would think that would say 3-point Deadeye if that was 3-point Deadeye. So Difficult Shots, I'm assuming, is contests. This is what I'm going off of in my thought process. Difficult Shots will be contests at the start of the shot. Unless that's a replacement for Shot Creator. Unless we're to assume that Shot Creator has been replaced with Difficult Shots. But I'm assuming Difficult Shots is shots that you take that's a bad shot, somebody in your face, or maybe an off-balance shot, and that's what Difficult Shots is. So again, this is all pure speculation at this point, but it's a new badge. Tireless Score is a new badge. Mid-Range Deadeye is a new badge. So these are interesting things to keep track of, as well as, like I already mentioned, the starting level caps and the top level cap for that aspect. Now we're looking at Sharpshooter. So this is a different style from Slasher and the other styles. First thing you're going to see is Deep Range Deadeye. Now, I am really, really, really intrigued by this, first off, because you see Limitless Range right next to it. And you see the return of Catch and Shoot badge. So the question is Deep Range Deadeye a Steph Curry oriented badge? Is it a badge that when you come past half court, take a couple steps in, take a 35 to 40 foot jump shot, is that where Deep Range Deadeye comes into play? Because if you think about it, you pair that up with Limitless Range and Catch and Shoot and Corner Specialist, those other shooting badges, this looks like it's going to be a Klay Thompson / Steph Curry-esque style or archetype. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, You look at the cap offs for the mid-range and three-point shooting, they're pretty high up there. 25, that's pretty high up there for that. Layups and shooting, 2 out of 7. So if you're going to be a sharpshooter, you're going to be a sharpshooter, obviously. Post scoring doesn't really matter for a sharpshooter. You're not going to be in the paint. But again, it goes back to what I just said, the deep range, Deadeye, limitless range. Is this going to be somebody that just pulls up from 40 feet, 35 feet, whatever, wants to play like Steph Curry? Now, at the same token, you're not going to be able to do that fully on like Steph Curry because you see the playmaking is 1 out of 13, so you may not be able to do it that particular way. But the intrigue is there for diverse players. Again, 2K17 is looking like it's going in the direction that you are going to be able to have full customization on the player types that you want to have, and that is a welcome change. It is certainly a way better system than 2K16 was, and I don't think there's any debate about that. But again, it goes back to the badges. Upgradable badges. Choose your archetype. Does this mean that we don't have to earn badges? Right? I mean, does this mean that we have the badges right off the jump? Maybe it means, and again, this is pure theory on my part. Here's how they could do this. You could have badges at the start. Okay? Stick with me here. You could have badges at the start. Then you say, okay, I want to work, towards gold diamond badge, for example. So you have to have a cutoff, a number that you have to reach to receive that badge. For example, you're playing MyCareer. 2K says you need to have 200 assists in a season in order to receive silver dimer. Okay? 200 assists. Or maybe 100 assists. Better yet, 100 assists. That's more reasonable. 100 assists to upgrade to silver dimer in a MyCareer season. Then, the next cutoff, 250 assists for gold dimer. Maybe 300 assists. Really, really good point guards in 2K. People that can play the point guard position should have no trouble whatsoever getting dimer badge within the first... In 2K16, you should have no trouble getting dimer badge within the first 5 to 6 games. No trouble. If you can't get it, then you might need to work on your playmaking as far as being able to see the court, because it's relatively easy to get dimer in about 6 games. What I want to point out here is, again, the caps that you see agility is at 25 and playmaking is at 25. So what I'm assuming here, because this is, again, point forward. Position is still small forward up at the top left, but this is point forward archetype. So are we to assume that this player is going to be extremely quick with a handle? Maybe a la a Tyreek Evans, maybe a la a, I don't want to say LeBron James, because LeBron James, there's other things he does outside of playmaking. Maybe, better yet, an Evan Turner. Based off what I'm seeing here, because you see the mid-range shooting is 2 of 16, so that's more Evan Turner-ish because he's a playmaker and he's got a mid-range shot. So I would say it's more like an Evan Turner type player. And then here we are with lockdown defender. First thing I want to point out for the badges, defensive stopper. This is making me really start to wonder if they relabeled a couple badges. Difficult shots might be shot creator. Defensive stopper, I would say without a doubt, has got to be perimeter lockdown defender. It would have to be. Because if it wasn't perimeter lockdown defender, you would see another badge here that would scream perimeter lockdown defender. Like maybe shot contest artist or... contest master or something, some sort of name to indicate closing out to a shot and bringing down badges. So I'm going to go ahead and say defensive stopper is the replacement for a perimeter lockdown defender. Now, pick dodger, pickpocket, chase down artist, charge card. Here's where I have an issue. I don't necessarily think that all perimeter lockdown defenders are great chase down artists. I think there's a lot of guys who can lock you up on the perimeter, but may not be as athletic to chase you all the way down the court, chase you down, you know, however many feet down the court, full sprint, chase you down, block the shot. I don't think there's a lot of guys in the NBA that can do that are also perimeter lockdown defenders. Kawhi Leonard, yes. LeBron James, yes. But there are other guys that can lock you up on the perimeter that cannot do things like that. Glass cleaner. Now, I want to highlight something to you guys real quick. I've been going through these scoring styles, or I should say the archetypes. I've been going through them, and I've noticed on the left, if you pay attention to the screenshot here, look to the left of Glass Cleaner. You see post score. They didn't show the screenshot for post score to show what badges it comes with. So that's going to be something that's up in the air for now. But I want to highlight immediately Hustle Rebounder, Putback King. They already said that 2K17 is going to have putbacks that you can control, that you can do well. Anybody that knows the previous 2Ks knows how difficult it is to get a putback. You have to time it extremely well, and you have to have basically a running start in a lot of the situations. Now, I'm seeing 25 rebounding, 25 strength, 20 layups and dunks, 18 defending. So basically, you're going to be an Andre Drummond type player in that respect. I like that. Huge change, welcome change. Going away from 2K16, going away from the poor attribute system they had. And I got to tell you, I'm glad I pre-ordered my game already. If you haven't pre-ordered your game already, pre-order from Best Buy. Get the Gamers Club Unlocked subscription for $30 for 2 years. You can use that to get any game 20% off, any brand new game 20% off. If you pre-order the game as well, they give you a $10 reward certificate. So you can get the 2K Legend Gold Edition for your game console for $70 instead of the $100 full price. You can also get Battlefield 1 Standard Edition for $38, a Call of Duty for $38, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. That'll save you a lot of money. Wingspan here, I'm noticing huge change to the attribute system again and the gameplay system again. Look at what happens when you change your wingspan. The longer your wingspan, the less you are able to shoot. The shorter your wingspan, the better. Look at the change. Up on off dribble shot for 3-point at mid-range. Up on contested 3 for mid-range. Now that I don't agree with. Hold on a second. Do you mean to tell me that your contested shot is going to go up when you have shorter arms? That makes no sense. Kevin Durant has got extremely long arms. Giannis Antetokounmpo's got extremely long arms. There are players in the league that have extremely long wingspan that can shoot over the top of people contested shots. So you're going to tell me shorter arms means better shot contest makes? I don't think so. That's bad. They need to address that. I would definitely bring that up to 2K. Definitely need to tell 2K to address that because that is a serious mistake on their part. You should not be able to hit contested shots better with shorter arms. Also, you notice here on the screenshot, open shot. I want to point out that it looks like they've changed the three-point shooting, that open shots are separate now from the other three-point rating. That is huge if that's the case, because that means if you get a green light wide open 3, I would assume that they're going to go in more because it's a separate aspect from the other three-point ratings. You're looking at this here, we have the height discrepancy here. You're looking at a 6'8" height, which means you get better box out, better rebounding, better block, better dunk. And then when you take the height down, I'm going to assume based off the arrows here that the other stuff's going to go up because you're going to be shorter. Now, I don't really see anything here that I have an issue with as far as the height to attribute ratio goes. Maybe passing accuracy. I don't think height necessarily determines passing accuracy. Driving layup, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Driving layup, I don't associate that with somebody's height. As far as being shorter, I don't think you're gonna have a higher driving layup. You might have higher speed and so on to get to the cup, but you're not gonna finish better than somebody that's 6'8". I mean, one of the best finishers in the game, the best by far, is LeBron James. He's 6'8". You're going to tell me somebody 5'11" is going to finish better than LeBron when they're driving layup? I don't think so. So that's about it. You know, I wanted to break this down. I pointed out everything that I could here from this video. I hope they release more as far as the attribute system is concerned. But you saw the badges. It looks like you're not going to have to earn badges. I'm hoping that the way they have it set up now is that you have to meet certain criteria to get the badges upgraded, because that would make a lot more sense. So again, we're going to see how this plays out. September 9th, they said, is the day that you can start your MyCareer early before the game comes out. And this is a huge change. 2K is going in the right direction. I'm usually a huge critic of 2K. I usually cut them pretty bad when I'm criticizing them as far as the attribute system, as far as the ratings go, as far as other aspects of the game. But they really made a huge jump here back in the right direction for the attribute system for 2K17. And I think they should definitely be commended for that. That's about it, y'all. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this. I hope I pointed some things out. I hope I racked your brain a little bit.